What is going on, guys? It is Joe here, and welcome to the second episode of Trading to the FIFA 14 web app. So in the last episode, we did list a load of players and end at that, and we didn't actually see whether they sold. So I'm going to show you here that all of the players went on to sell. The Podolski sold for 1,400, the Smalling sold for 1,000, Jarvis sold for 800, the Oxlade-Chamberlain sold for 2,700, and the Robinson finally sold for 400. So that was all very good. We made some nice profit there. I think we were on about 11.5k when we before we bought all these players here that we are going to sell on for more. So, you know, about 3.5k in the first sort of episode, which is very good. So the first player we have is Sigurdsson for 650 coins. I'm just going to show you how much I bought them for, and then afterwards I'll show you how much I go on to sell them for. Sorry about that, I just like burped because I just downed like loads of Pepsi. Anyway, so we've got Samba 352, 650 coins. Carlos Alberto for 650 coins in the 4-1-2-1-2 formation. DeMarcus for 650. Kone for 700, that should be a good deal. Two Jovinios here, both left wing, 433 for 700 each. Should make some nice profit on him. Essien, the transferred version, obviously he's gone back to Chelsea now for 700 coins. Another Carlos Alberto for 700 coins there, 4-2-3-1. John Utaka, he's actually a left wing. I don't know if you can see that. Yes, you can. He's a left wing, and he's in 3-5-2, so I thought he might go for a little bit more because... And also, if I do convert him down to left mid, then he'll definitely go for quite a lot, so I might end up doing that when I get the coinage. And then we have the new Spurs signing Soldado for 700 coins. I know his price will be a little bit higher than it normally is just because of the goals he scored, or goal he scored for Spurs at the weekend. And obviously he scored quite a few for them so far, so he's had a really good start. Therefore, I thought I'd pick him up quite cheap, and hopefully we can sell him on for some nice profit. Then we got a Kieran Richardson here, 700 coins. He's a fast left back in the BPL, and obviously he's just always going to sell him for a decent profit. And then we have Diakite, another transfer card. He looks like a really good centre back. The Sunderland version, obviously, I think he transferred from Lazio. Don't quote me on that though, but I think that's where he came from. So we've got him for 750. Fabio Coentrao for 800. He's a very strong left back in the Liga BBVA. Really good stats. So should be able to sell him on for a nice profit. And then finally we have a Palacio. This guy's probably like the deal of the bunch here. 1,000 the winning bid for a right wing Palacio. So he's converted from right forward down to right wing, which costs a little bit, you know. So I can sell him for 1,500, 1,600 easily. So that's all good. Anyway, so this is the end of the first deals, and I'll be back in a minute when they have all sold, hopefully. Okay, guys, so we are back, and as you can see, we've sold quite a few players. Quite a few amount of players. What the fuck? I can't even speak. So yeah, Soldado sold for 950. So we bought him for like 650. So that was a good a little bit of profit there. Essien also sold for 900. Coentrao sold almost instantly for 1,300, and we bought him for 800. So nice 500 coins, give or take there. Samba sold for 850. Kone sold for 1,100. Diakite sold for 1,000. Also, Alberto sold for 950, and finally, Richardson sold for 950, just like I said it would. So these all have 28 minutes to go pretty much, and you know, we still have a few players to sell, but I'm doing this just because like over half have sold, and we have picked up some really good deals. So you will see that these right forward to right wing cards are in here, and they're all picked them up for 150 coins. And then we have a Lamela there for 1,500. A Palacio I picked up for, I don't know how much he was. One sec. This Lamela was actually 500 coins. I don't know how I can show you that. I'll send it to TradePart. Actually, that should show. And then the Palacio was, I think, I'm not sure. You know, we'll just go check. We'll go check quickly. Let's look. Let's go. Let's go. Come on. Palacio, 1,500, and Lamela should have been 1,000. So, because I've got those, and they're 4-3-3 formation, and they're all right forwards naturally by default. So I've bought right forward to right wing cards. I'm going to apply them to them all. So they're right wings in the 4-3-3 side. But again, God, I need to stop doing this. And then I can actually sell them on for around about 1,000 coins profit per each one. So I'm going to do that, and I'll show you when they have sold and some more of our current cards are sold. So I'll be back in a bit. We are back, and as you can see, not that many cards have sold, but luckily for us, the bigger ones have sold. So the 3 cards that we converted from right forwards in 4-3-3 to right wings in 4 for 3 have all sold. So the Palacio sold for 2,200. Only made about 500 coins from him, but you know, at this early stage, that's nice, very nice profit indeed. And then the Lamella sold 2,300. This one and the other one sold for 2,400. I think I made about a K to 2K on those Lamellas and 500 on the Palacio. So that's very good. Also, the Gervinho sold for 1,000 coins, I think, and the DeMarcos sold after I bumped him down to 850. So, we still got the Carlos Alberto, Gervinho, Sigurdsson, and Utaka to still sell. But if we look across, look how many deals we picked up. We've only got 1,600 left, and oh my god, we picked up a load of cards. We went on an absolute spree. So we got this Xabi Alonso, probably going to list him for around about 3k. Got him for 2,100. This Cruz in 4-2-2 for 650. We got the transferred Rodriguez, who's a right wing. I didn't realise that. He's actually at Monaco now. James Rodriguez, 750 coins. I got him for. Definitely one for the future. A great young prospect. Then we got Landon Donovan, the United States legend, 650 coins. Well, he's maybe not a legend, but he's one of their best players. And for 650 coins, that's a great deal. Then we got Mandzukic, Bayern's #1 striker at the moment, 700 coins for him. And then we got 2 El Shaarawis, and we're going to come back to them in a minute because I'm going to convert them down. I'll show you in a sec. And then we got the Afellay, the Barcelona version. He has, I think he was on loan from Barcelona at Schalke, and this is his Barcelona card, 750 coins for him. Carlos Alberto again. I picked up quite a few Carlos Albertos. This one for 650 coins. Then we got an Aspilicueta. I think this is a pretty good deal. Just 550 coins, and I should be able to sell him on for a decent profit just because everyone wants to buy him because he's Chelsea, he's non-rare, and he's a really good right back in the BPL. So, finally, or maybe not finally, it might not be finally, it could be finally, I don't know. We got DeMarcos. Already got one of him, 700 coins for a 4-4-2-1. That is another really good deal. And then we flick on across the page, and we got Laura, I think, no. He was 700 coins, 87 pace. It was Luna who went to, who does he play for? Someone in the BPL. But, yeah, they look like very similar players, actually, both Spanish. I think Luna's a left back. You know, that's irrelevant. We got him for 700 coins. And then this comes back to the El Shaarawy thing. This is a left wing to left mid card, 2,300 coins. We bought that left wing in 3-4-3 El Shaarawy for, I think it was 700 coins. We'll see right now, 700 coins. So that takes the total price up for 3,000, and we can actually list him up for 4,000, and that'll be the cheapest on the market. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to do that. Not now because it's really laggy. And then this other El Shaarawy, I was going to convert him down, but it turns out I'm not going to make that much profit, and I can't be asked. So I'm just going to sell him for like that, probably for 1,200 or something like that, just to get my coins back and some, and you know, that'll be all good. So this is pretty much the end of this part, well, the end of this episode. Make sure you come back tomorrow where there will be another episode, and I'll show whether all these cards have sold or not, and we could be on some serious profit by then. And some decent coin total. Anyway, if you did enjoy this video, make sure you leave a like. Seriously, I walked 10 miles to basically, because I got my internet taken away, I walked 10 miles to my mum's house who's on holiday. I broke into my house, used the Wi-Fi to upload this and be able to make this for you guys. So if that isn't worth a like, it took me 2 hours, 2.5 hours to walk there. So if that isn't worth a like, I don't know what is. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.